What's up, ladies and gentlemen? It's next Content Friday. It's next Friday. It's here. So we tomorrow have a weekend. So I hope you had a wonderful week and we had a very productive week. So I'm about to share with you some news that we just added to Content Fries in a new and next update. So let me skip the intro and go right into it. And I will share my screen with you. And hopefully you can see everything as intended. And this is a random video. In fact, I think this video is the onboarding introduction Content Fries video. And this transcription is generated with Content Fries. Okay, and the first thing that is new is this feature or this window right here, which is change subtitle timings. And I think this is really great. And this has been reworked basically from the ground up. And it's now super powerful and you can use it anytime you need. And let me explain how this works, because this can save you a lot of time with subtitle timings and stuff like this. And before I go into this, let me tell you why we did and added this feature this week. And the reason was because we are using Content Fries on a daily basis in our Slovak business also. And or my colleague was in the process and he's transcribing videos for a client. And one thing he mentioned is that it is taking him long time to, the subtitles are great and the accuracy is high, so he doesn't have to spend that much time on typos and on grammatic and stuff like that. But what is taking the time is that he needs to change timings of subtitles, and he is really detailed oriented. And he wants to have his subtitles to look like kind of like a pyramid. So this is the reason, and it is not only from this colleague, but some users were also mentioning that this process could be simpler or more effective. So that's why we added that. And let me explain how this works and why I think this can save you probably 50, maybe even more % of time spent on subtitle timings. So this is the first option when you split your, and let me share the screen and check if, okay, everything is great. And this is the first option, split your subtitles by characters, okay, by hearts. And you can set how many characters you want to limit per line. So I have 2 lines per subtitle. As you can see, I can change this to 1, 2, or 3. And now I want to have, for example, in the first line only 20, let's say 4 or maybe 20 or something like that. And here I want to have 26. The recommended value is, I think, for subtitles to be readable and to be great for social, it's, let's say, up to those 32 characters, because otherwise you have to make your subtitles small and they might not be as readable as if they are, big. So keep this number, as small basically as you can. And you can see the preview immediately that will be generated by this setting. And this is the first preset to change subtitle timings. Hopefully that makes sense. So this is very simple. It just takes all your subtitles and splits them evenly by these settings. Okay, so that's the first option you have. Then you can split your subtitles by sentences. And maybe this is something that you were looking for, and this option was not available in the previous version. Maybe we can compare if I can find a staging server or something. So let me use this, and as you can see, this is now split by commas and dots and basically sentences. and is also limited by this setting right here. So if I increase this option, then as you can see, it is changing in my subtitles. So I can also increase or decrease maximum characters per line in this option, in this preset. The way how it works is that Content Fries first splits all the sentences from the transcription, and then it uses these options to keep it under these limits as you want to have it. So this is second option, and as you can see now, it is probably more readable or more fluent to read subtitles like this. So if you prefer to split your subtitles by sentences, you can do that from now on. And this works the best with automatic subtitles. But we will definitely add very soon support for subtitles or transcription that were not generated by Content Fries, that were imported or from some kind of SRT file. That should work without any issues. But if you have, for example, script, and you then don't have any kind of data or timings, then we have to add support for that. And the third option is to split your subtitles by words. And this is useful, and basically this was there before in more options. This is very simple now. There is only one option, and I will explain what this means soon. And split by words is great if you want to, create some kind of subtitles, dynamic subtitles, for example, for Instagram Reels or TikTok or maybe YouTube Shorts. So you can split your subtitles by every third word, for example, like this, and it will generate one-liners, okay, like this. And these are, dynamic and catchy, and maybe you can combine this with a preset if you want after you do this. And that's the third option. Okay, so let me use, for example, these options, split by sentences, and apply. I will do it, and everything will be regenerated. And let's just check how it works and how it looks like. And I will play the video, and hopefully you will be able to hear, because this should be very accurate, because it is using all the metadata that we have in the automatic transcription. Okay, so let me play the video and see how it works. Hey guys, I'm Lucas from Content Fries, and let me super quickly show you how you can multiply your content into dozens of pieces of content, and how it... And as you can see, it is working great. So you don't have to do any kind of manual timings, as you can when you, for example, zoom in, and then you split your sentences to or subtitles to sentences, and you want to end your sentences by end of the sentence, okay, or I mean your subtitles. And from now on, you don't have to do that. So this is a great time saver, and you can also modify the amount of characters per line. So that's next preset that you can basically use. And from my perspective, this is much better and more intuitive, or maybe readable for, or user-friendly for your viewers. Okay, so you can use something like this to change your subtitle timings. In the future, we will definitely add an option to save, that setting, and apply it automatically for all the future videos that you upload. So you don't have to, change it for every individual video that you upload into Content Fries. So that will be even easier. And, then when you are done, you just fix all the minor things as you're used to in the timelines, like drag and drop on the, timeline, or maybe merge some subtitles together. Maybe I want to have these like this, and maybe fix this, okay, and Content Fries and so on. And we will also add in the upcoming days an option to do search and replace. So you will be able to find all the typos and replace them with correct sentences. And this is useful if you, especially in case you are doing some interviews and you have that speaker. There is something like speaker 1 and speaker 2 and whatever, as many speakers as you have in the video. So we will be able basically just take this speaker part and replace it with the name of the speaker. So that's search and replace that we will add also to this section, to the context editor. Search and replace is available in the trimmer, but we also have to add it here. So this section will be changed slightly because not many people are using, for example, this is some kind of metrics for subtitles, so you can see how many characters per second are in your subtitles to make sure they are readable, and how many characters per line you have in every individual subtitle. So you can see that toggle compressed mode. This is something that my colleague is using, so you can focus on subtitles without messing with all the tools that are here. So you can just see it kind of like a text editor and rewrite your subtitles like this. And this is to turn off the when I click, for example, here, the video will jump to that point where this word is being spoken. Okay, and if you want to disable this behavior, you just click this, and now it will not jump to that point. So this is just to explain all these buttons that are here. Maybe they were confusing for you. Maybe you can use them now. Maybe you were missing something that in fact is here. Okay, so this is just to explain, and I like to keep this on because this is great feature. I just click and the video is immediately there, rewinded or fast forwarded. So that's a great feature. Okay, so this is to change subtitles timings or subtitle settings or whatever. And before, maybe I can, let me just check for fun when I go to staging environment. I'm not sure if I will be able to log in there. And I'm not sure if I have the, if I remember. Okay, probably I will not be able to go there, but this section is now much more clear. It's much more easier to use, to understand, because before there were like 5 or 6 different options, and it was messy, and I didn't like it. It was open, and it was not done, basically, this tool right here. But now I think this is much more usable and better to, it can really save you much more time, especially if you are like my colleague and you are kind of like perfectionist, or maybe you want to time a lot of subtitles to your likings, and you deal with this kind of stuff. So this can save you so much time from my perspective, and this is great. Okay, so this is first thing that I wanted to share with you. And the second thing is that we improved the translation or translations for, I think, 26 different languages. So you can go to our load map, which is here. Okay, and you can see which specific languages have now better translations. Okay, so let's just wait until this load. And this is the new thing. and these languages now have better translations. What does that mean? That's simple. When you have, for example, any video and you want to translate it, this video is in Slovak, you can translate it to any of these languages, and if that language is in this list, the translation should now be even better than it was before. And we also improved the splitting algorithm that was there, because it was not working as expected, and now all your subtitles should really be set in the translated language, and it should be just one click and you basically have new version of your video in a different language. So this is really amazing, and it's made by AI, so the translation is not 100%. It's impossible currently to guarantee some kind of 100% exact translations, but I think those translations are pretty epic. So just try it, and I think they are really very accurate and they keep context in mind. So that's very important in translations. Okay, so that's a second thing, and let me see if there is something that I forgot to mention. Yeah, we also stabilized all theme features. Last week we uploaded theme features, and it was one of the biggest updates this year, and we were working and stabilizing it all weekend. So it was pretty busy week. Okay, so that's all. Currently we are also working on Content-Wise 2.0, and we are working primarily on backend stuff. Okay, so that's not too much to show you, because backend is different from frontend. Frontend, you can see it, you can click, you can drag and drop, type or whatever, but backend is more like zeros and ones in the source code. Okay, so just kidding, but hopefully that makes sense. And the goal is to show you some kind of usable version of Content-Wise 2.0 as soon as possible. And now we just have to finish the video layers support in this Content-Wise 1.0. So that's the last thing that is basically keeping us not entirely focused on Content-Wise 2.0. So that's something that we have to finish, and then Content-Wise 2.0 all the day. Okay, so that's all that I wanted to share with you guys. So I will keep it shorter today, and thank you very much for watching this video this long. If you have any questions, feedbacks on whatever, just type them down in the comment section, and we will reply to them as soon as possible. Enjoy your weekend, and I see you next time.